Yeah, that's what we found, that there are violations of the committee's directives which were issued pursuant to the Supreme Court judgment. And as per the liberty granted by the Supreme Court, that should there be any impediment in implementation of the recommendations, the same may be brought to the notice of the court by status report. We have followed that route and submitted the status report to the Supreme Court, informed the Supreme Court about the violations, and for passing appropriate order.
And Justice Lodha, that's a very important point, sir, that you really outline. Who's responsible for this? Who's accountable for this non-compliance? You believe that the BCCI top brass is answerable, sir?
Surely, because they are in the management of the affairs of BCCI. It is their obligation to comply with the Supreme Court judgment, and obviously responsibility lies at their door.
And then, sir, am I right in understanding that they need to be replaced with arbitrators terming their position as violation of the report? Is that what the Justice Lodha panel is suggesting?
Not arbitrators. What we have suggested is, having regard to the violations which we have indicated in the report, present office bearers be superseded, and in their place, a panel of administrators be appointed for carrying out the Supreme Court judgment. The recommendations to the extent they have been accepted by the court, until everything is done in terms thereof. Anything else?
Justice Lodha, I want to ask you this. Yes, do you believe that there is still room for parleys, for discussions, or you believe no, they need to really fall in line, implement the recommendations?
Parleys look that now, if I can take you a little back, when we submitted our report, they were recommendations. Thereafter, BCCI submitted their objections to the recommendations to which they were opposed to. They were fully heard. Hearing went on for months together, and it was thereafter that the Supreme Court passed its judgment on 18 July. Now, our report has now merged into the judgment of the Supreme Court. We are implementing the Supreme Court judgment. We can't change it. No parleys, no dialogue will permit us to change the Supreme Court judgment. It is the Supreme Court judgment we are implementing, and that is what has to be done and accepted by all. Our task, yes, which has been given by the Supreme Court. That's a very
important point, yes.
Sorry, our task is twofold. One, to draw timelines for implementation of the recommendations to the extent they have been accepted by the Supreme Court, and two, supervise the implementation. So our role is confined to that, and we are discharging our mandate only to that effect.
And then, sir, am I right in understanding that the BCCI AGM also cannot be taking decisions for the year 2016-17?
Yeah, you are right, because we had clearly directed to them that AGM can do routine things relating to and do things relating to 2015-16, and nothing should be done pertaining to 2016-17, as that has to be done by the new body who are competent to take such decisions.
And sir, I really want to ask you this. Why do you believe that we've seen this non-compliance, this defiance from the BCCI, sir?
Non-compliance of the court judgment is always a defiance. What else? A breach of court judgment is always defiance. If somebody is not complying with the order and continues to say something which has not been accepted by the court, it is nothing but defiance. What else it is? If a court says to a party to do something, but the party does not do that thing and do something else, if it is not defiance, then what else defiance is?
And then, sir, does it mean that the BCCI perhaps now has no leg room? It really needs to come to the top court?
I can't say that. That is for the BCCI. Whatever they have to say, they will say for the court, and the court will take a call. I'll not say on that. Thank you.
All right, sir. Appreciate your talking to us.